Hi everyone. So in today's session we are going to discuss about the pumping lemma for regular languages. Pumping lemma for regular languages. Pumping lemma can be applied for both languages, two languages. One is regular language and context-free language. Okay. Till now we have discussed about the regular languages only. We have not get into context-free, right? So now we are going to learn the concept of pumping lemma for regular languages. When a pumping lemma is applied to particular language, it is going to say whether that particular language is regular or not. Pumping lemma applied to a language, it is going to prove whether it is regular or not a regular language. Okay. So simply pumping lemma is generally used to prove whether the given language is regular or not. Okay. Now before getting into the concept of pumping lemma, we can easily say, we can have some common ways to say when a given language, whether the given language is regular or not. When you can say a language is regular or not, there are two ways, either by using finite automata. First one is, if you are able to construct finite automata, either it may be DFA, NFA or NFA with epsilon. If you are able to construct finite automata that exactly accepts the given language, then you can say that it's a regular language. It's a regular language. One more way is through regular expression. Regular expression. If a regular expression can be constructed that exactly generates the strings in the given language, then also you can say that a language is a regular language. These are the two common ways which we use. Okay. Now coming into the concept of pumping lemma. Before getting into that, so basically to prove whether a given language is regular or not, we make use of pumping lemma concept. So before getting into that, let's see the definition of pumping lemma first. Okay. Now, if a language, if a language L is regular language, it is represented by automata with maximum n number of states. Let us suppose think like this. When you say that a language is regular according to pumping lemma, this definition is going to say when you can say that given language is regular according to the pumping lemma. Now let's see. If L is a regular language, if L is a regular language represented by automata, finite automata with maximum n number of states, then there is a word or string Z whose length is greater than or equal to n. N is number of states. L is a regular language with maximum n number of states. Then there is a string Z whose length is greater than or equal to n, whose length is greater than or equal to n. Then we can write that Z as three parts, U, V, W. You can divide that particular string Z into three parts, U, V, W, in such a way that the length of UV, the first UV, the length of UV should be less than or equal to n, and the length of V, the middle part, should be greater than or equal to 1. So you have to divide that particular string into three parts, U, V, W, in such a way that length of UV is less than or equal to n and length of V is greater than or equal to 1. Then for all I greater than or equal to 1, then for all I greater than or equal to 0, for all I greater than or equal to 0, U V power I W belongs to your L, is in L. If L is regular, then U V power I W belongs to your language. So this is the concept of pumping lemma. L is a regular language with maximum n number of states. Then you can, there is a string Z whose length is greater than or equal to n, greater than or equal to n. Then you can divide that particular string into three parts, U, V, W, in such a way that length of UV should be less than or equal to n and length of V should be greater than or equal to 1. Okay, completed. Now, for all I greater than or equal to 0, for all I greater than or equal to 0, U V power I W, U V power I W belongs to your L. This condition is satisfied when L is regular. u v power I to the power of w for all I greater than or equal to 0 belongs to L when L is regular. Okay, so this is the concept of pumping lemma. Let us apply this concept, pumping lemma concept, for one language. Okay, now find whether the following language is regular or not. There is one language is given to us, that is L equals to a power n, b power n. A power n concatenated with b power n, where n is greater than or equal to 1. Okay, now let us derive some strings. Means a power n, b power n, where n is greater than or equal to 1, means same number of a's followed by same number of b's, right? Now n equal to 1 means 1a, 1b. Next n equal to 2, 2a's, 2b's. N equal to 3, 3a's, 3b's. N equal to 4, 4a's, 4b's, so on. 5a's, 5b's, like that a string will be there. Strings will be generated, right? Now we have to prove whether this language is regular or not. First, we have to think that this language is regular. Let us think this language is regular. Okay. Now, we have to take one string z. We have to take one string z. Now, let z equals to a power n minus s, a power s, b power n. A power n minus s concatenated with a power s concatenated with b power n. Mathematically, if you solve this equation, obviously you will get a power n concatenated with b power n, right? Because n minus s and then s. N minus s plus s means n only you will get. So if you solve it, we will be getting a power n, b power n. So I am taking the string, I am taking one string from the given language, which is basically representing the whole language itself. In that way, you have to take these strings. Okay. So I am taking this string. Now you have to divide that string into 3 parts. Now I have divided. U is a power n minus s. U is a power n minus s, and v is a power s, and b is b power n. So I have divided into 3 parts. U, v, w. U is a power n minus s, v is a power s, w is b power n. Now what is the rule according to the pumping lemma? If L is regular means, then for all I greater than 0, for all I greater than or equal to 0, u, v power I, w should belong to your L. Should belong to your L, right? Now let us apply this pumping lemma concept to this language, to this particular string. Okay. Now let I equal to 1. Let I equal to 1. U v power I w means u v power 1 w. Okay. A power n minus s, a power s to the power of 1, b power n. So when you solve it, you will get a power n, b power n. Of course, it belongs to our language L, right? Now, let us take I value as 0, because for all I greater than or equal to 0, u v power I w should belong to our L, right? So now I am taking 0. We can start from 0 also, right? Now I am taking I equal to 0. Now I equal to 0. U v power I w means u v power 0 w. A power n minus s, a power s to the power of 0, b power n. Now when you solve it, what will get? A power n minus s, b power n. A power n minus s, b power n. Now see here, a power n minus s, b power n means same number of a's are not being followed by same number of b's, right? Means it doesn't belong to our language. But if a language is regular, then u v to the power of I w for all I greater than or equal to 0 should belong to our L. But here it is violating. So simply we can say that our language, therefore the given language is not regular, not regular. First I can start with I equal to 0 only, but at I equal to 0 only you are getting that it's not a regular. That's why I took first 1 and then 0. In order to get clarity regarding the explanation, you need to know the steps, right? So first I have explained I equal to 1, then I equal to 0. I hope you are clear with pumping lemma concept. If L is regular means for all I greater than or equal to 0, u v power I w should belong to your L. Have you got u v w? by the string Z, which has been derived from our language. I hope everyone are clear with the concept of pumping lemma, right? So I have explained the one problem. I hope you will try these two problems. So find whether the following languages are regular or not. I have given two languages. You just find whether those two are regular or not by using the concept of pumping lemma. Okay? Thank you.